Good morning. Hi, I'm Kristin Omdahl, and welcome back to Yarn on the Beach. This is episode 77, and we are here live at sunrise in Southwest Florida on Bonita Beach. We're on the border of Bonita Beach and Barefoot Beach, and this is the Gulf of Mexico behind me. We're waiting on the sun to come up in the east over the trees and the buildings. If you're joining me live this morning, please let me know where you're from and what you're crafting with this morning. And if you watch the recorded broadcast, I hope you will do the same. Good morning, Karen. Thanks for joining. I am working on that same shawl that I was working on yesterday. I never did have any time to Good morning, Jean. Good morning, Diane. I never did have any time to work on it after Yarn on the Beach yesterday. It was very busy shipping orders yesterday, which I'm very grateful for. And, you know, just a handful of other stuff. Didn't get around to dyeing yarn either. A little disappointed about that, but I had a very busy day, so what are you going to do? Good morning, Sherry. Good morning, Brenda. Karen is working on a mitered knit blanket. That sounds great. Mitered squares are fun and satisfying because you get little bits of instant gratification with the little pieces done. Thank you, Diane. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. I decided to make a hybrid of my crochet flower hairpins and use one of the hairpins with one of my shamrocks, and hoping for a little luck today, and or at least not get, what happens when you don't wear green? Does somebody pinch you or do they spank you? I can't remember. One of them's for maybe it's pinch. Well, I don't want to get pinched today. Don't want to get spanked either, so thought it might give me a little bit of good luck today to wear a 4-leaf clover in my hair. Oh, Karen, you're almost done with your blanket. Very nice. I have made not so much progress on this. I have to do the edging on this whole lower edge, and I've only got this much done, so quite a ways to go, but that's all right. Thanks, Sherry. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Really love the color palette today. We're on the border between Bonita Beach and Barefoot Beach right now, Sherry. This is the beach where I believe we see the most nature, the most wildlife, I mean. Good morning, Rhonda. This is where we've seen dolphins before. This is where we see the majority of the birds that join us. Good morning, Sandra. Thank you all for joining me this morning. I really appreciate it. It's a little chilly down here. I could have really used my heavier coat, but it's all right. I'll live. Oh, I was going to put a shawl on as a scarf. That's what I'll do. That'll warm me up. And maybe a little more tea. I made my own blend of green tea with fresh lemon juice and fresh spicy ginger slices this morning. Good morning, Beatrice. Good morning, Gayla. Spicy and tangy. Just when I need to wake me up. Did not sleep well last night, so I thought I could use a pick-me-up this morning. Let's see, what should I put on? I know, I'm going to put on the Brooklyn shawl. Good morning, Anne. Karen has freezing rain, but she doesn't have to leave the house. Good. Rhonda's book's coming today. Yay! I can't wait. That's awesome. Okay, so this is the Brooklyn shawl from my brand new book, my 14th book, Motif Magic. And what's really cool about this project is that not only is it alternating bands of motifs and row stitches, but I deconstructed the motif, so the rose stitch pattern that you see in the top-down construction of the lace stitch pattern is actually part of the motif, and then it's fringed with the motifs at the bottom. So I'm going to show you how I like to wear this as a cowl. We're going to not only wear it with the point in the front, but we're going to scrunch it up. So we have lots of layered volume. Wrap it back around, and then scrunch it up just a little. I don't want it to have so much of a point. I'd rather have more volume than point, and to really drive that home. Thank you, Rhonda. Good morning, Shirley. This is Be So Sporty yarn in colorway Lilac Memories. So I'm going to tie the two ends together, and once I do that, I can pull some of the volume of the triangle up into it so you don't see that point so much. Isn't it prettier to see more volume than point in the front? Try to use the camera to see what I'm doing a little bit. There, that's what I wanted. Isn't that cute? You can see some of the motifs. You can definitely see a lot of the volume. And you know what's really awesome? You can't tell it was a triangular shawl a few minutes ago. That's what I love. Transforming a project and being able to wear it more than one way and really transforming it where you cannot recognize what this was a couple minutes ago. That excites me. It's the little things, right? Thank you, everyone. Glad you like it. And, you know, Be So Sporty yarn, being 100% bamboo, has so much incredible drape that it really does make this type of draping styling really easy to do. I see friends talking to each other in here. I love that. I love it when other people get to know each other or recognize people they know during Yarn on the Beach. That's one of the reasons that I started Create, Share, Inspire, my Facebook group, where everybody can get to know each other a little bit better and hang out a little more throughout the day. Good morning, Atula. Good morning, Alice. Thank you all for joining me. So if you haven't already joined Create, Share, Inspire with Kristin Omdahl, the Facebook group, I welcome you to join. It is a safe place where you can share your crafts and everybody is nice there. Oh, thanks, Diane. I would love for you to try my yarns. Ooh, touching my earring reminded me of something. I have an idea. This is going to sound a little bit crazy, but there's always method to my madness. I'm thinking about making jewelry for my jewelry. I know that sounds a little crazy, but like with hoops, and they can either be this big or they can be a little bit smaller. I want to make crochet and knit accessories that you can swap in and out of your jewelry so that you could wear them like this some days, or you could swap in a bit of yarn art for your earrings, but it doesn't stay. You can take it on and off. Sherry wants to know if all my yarn is cotton. No, my yarns are, some of them are organic cotton, some of them are bamboo, and I do have one that is American merino wool. I have one that is super fine alpaca. Oh, thanks, Rhonda. I feel like it's almost limiting to have an earring, a really bold earring, stay bold all the time. So I thought being able to swap things in and out. So like, let's say, for example, I'm thinking about doing a crochet flower or motif on jump rings at the points, so that when you take the earring off, you could slide those jump rings on and all of a sudden it holds it open, kind of like the rings do for the mandalas that we do for wall art. And then if you really like that, you could make it in a bunch of colors so that it coordinates with different outfits. Or you could make a different style thing to put in there. Or we could put little charms of flowers or charms of some kind of yarn, or pom-pom charms or tassel charms, and dangle those down here. So I think there might be a whole series of little cutesy things to do to make jewelry for our jewelry. Oh, thanks, Shirley. I'm glad you ordered it. Wonderful. Oh, for your birthday, that's right. That's right. When you sign up for my newsletter, one of the surprises you get with the emails explaining everything is you get a coupon for your birthday. Oh, no, you sign up for, you tell me your birthday, and then on your birthday you get a coupon. I'm glad. Happy birthday, Shirley. Hope you have a wonderful day. Good morning, Karen. Thanks for joining. Sherry likes my idea of jewelry jewelry for your jewelry. Cool. Wonderful. I think it'll be fun. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, thanks, Mary. All right. I like seeing that I have a few people already interested. It says there I might be onto something here. Well, I want to make it for myself anyway, so it's going to happen, and anybody else that wants to do it too will be bonus. I am really drawn to today's color palette for the first variegated colorway of silver sparkly yarn that I'm about to dye. Oh, that's right, it's the end of the day for you, Shirley, I forgot. So she's saying her birthday was great. All right, Rhonda's interested in jewelry for her jewelry too. Wonderful. And I think we can modify it for different size hoops, just like we do with the mandala wall art. It'll be a very similar well, some of them. Some of them will be similar in construction to that, but the rest of them are going to be more like charms. But it's all going to be fun. I've been thinking about it for several days now, and it's starting to bubble up in excitement. Like, I come up with an idea and I sit on it then, right? Anna has 2 natural fur blankets that she washed and the leather shrunk. Ooh, that's too bad. Hate to throw it away. Would the fur be able to be shaved and spun into a yarn? I'm not sure, Anna. I'm not really familiar with that. It would depend on how long the fibers were. Wondering if I can think of anybody that you could ask. You know, in the back of magazines, there's often an advertisement for somebody that that will take your pet's fur and turn it into yarn. And I'm wondering if one of those companies would be the right person to ask. So what I would suggest is that you Google one of those companies that offers taking, you know, when you brush your pet and you take that fur and you can send it to them. And I wonder if they would be able to give you better information, because it does depend on the fur type, depends on the length of the fur, but I know that they would be a wealth of information, and they would also be the people to actually do it for you, so it'd be a twofer. You get your questions answered and possibly even have a source for getting it done. So that's what I would suggest. Karen has spun dog hair. Okay, cool. Interesting. So cool, all the different ways you can be crafty. About 2 to 3 inches high, Anna says. Okay. Well, if you find somebody, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, please let us know how it turns out. Whoopsie. Oh, there's a big sailboat over here. In fact, I want to show you the beach anyway. Not many people down here, but a few, but I'm hoping you can see this big sailboat down there. Do you see it on where the buildings end? Do you see that big sailboat where the buildings end? Right about, oh, you're not going to see my finger. Right about there. That is beautiful. Okay, so that's the beach to the south of us. We're still waiting on the sun to come up over the trees to the east, of course. And then here is the beach to the north. Also a couple of walkers, but not many. It's still pretty chilly out here. And then, of course, Dolly the Wonder Wagon. Karen wants to know what I'm working on. I'm working on the same shawl that I was working on yesterday. I had finished this project for a collaboration I'm doing with another company that I will be telling you about soon. Not today, but soon. And we decided to take the beads off of my final row. So I unraveled the beads off yesterday, did a quick demo of the stitch pattern, which is really interesting because I'm able to transform half circle scallops into pointed scallops just by changing the height of a couple of the stitches on that final row. It's a little difficult to see right now because it's not blocked. You notice, look at how squiggly everything looks right now. But once it gets blocked, it will be absolutely gorgeous. Very excited about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm just re-crocheting that final row. Then I'll be able to start the videos on weaving in ends and blocking. I'll be able to do the photo shoot for the shawl and then do all of the step out videos for showing you how to crochet the project. Need to do the photo shoot as well, and then we will be ready to launch because I already have the charts and the line by line instructions complete. Good morning, Anne. Karen, I don't know if Karen's asking me where I am or asking where somebody else is. I'm at the border of Bonita Beach and Barefoot Beach today. So on the border of Lee County, Collier County, which is why the singular beach has two separate names. Oh, I forgot. I don't know if I mentioned it here or not, but I can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before. I found out that a few other places have picked up. Oh, Karen's offering to spin some yarn for somebody else. That's wonderful. That's really cool. Hi, Anne. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you, too. What was I saying? Oh, a few interesting things came my way the other day. You know how Amazon does the fulfillment for Motif Magic in lots of countries, right? Well, it's already been picked up, and they choose, everybody gets to choose whether they pick it up or not. It's been picked up in the US, Canada, Mexico, England, all over Europe, a whole bunch of countries in Europe. But the other day I found out it's been picked up in Australia now and Brazil. So we're now on 4 continents with Motif Magic. And also really exciting, I found out Barnes & Noble picked up Motif Magic as well. So I'm super duper excited about all of that. The more places that pick it up, the more opportunities people can have for buying it. And I am super, super excited. So I wanted to share that with all of you. So if it becomes easier or more convenient. Yes, I am wearing green. I have a green shamrock in my hair. Oh, so it's a punch. Okay, I couldn't remember if it was a pinch or a spank earlier, but maybe you're right. Maybe it's a punch. Well, I'm not getting punched then because I have my green crochet 4-leaf clover in my hair, and my blouse is also a dark hunter green. So hopefully I've covered my bases. Oh, pinch. Okay, thanks, Irene. I thought that was a little rough when you said punch, but it was a typo. Isn't that hilarious? Typos can do so much, can't they? Sometimes they're harmless, and sometimes they change the whole vibe of what you're trying to say. Hi, Vicki from Australia. Thanks for joining. Shirley had a green beer and an apple teeny. Oh yeah, I forgot you can get green beer today too. How fun. I think you can get green milkshakes at McDonald's too. I don't like them though. I can't stand fake vanilla. Oh, Anne, that sounds wonderful. Yes, I'll come to Ireland for a Guinness. I like black and tans. I think it's with harps and Guinness. But I like Guinness too. Good morning, Nicole. Thanks for joining. All right, I got to count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. And I skipped one. Good thing I'm counting. Oh, Sherry, corned beef and shamrock cookies. That sounds wonderful. I did not get around to buying a corned beef today. A little disappointed about that, but there's a lot of things going on in our life right now that are just not going to keep us home for most of the day today, so it just didn't work out this year. That's okay. There'll be another time. But I sure could go for some steamed cabbage. That sounds so good too. I made, or sauerkraut. Sauerkraut sounds amazing too. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. Yay, I can count to 10 now. Sure, I can show you. Let me get to the middle of this one and I'll do another quick little demo if you like. What's in Irish coffee, Ann? Is that Bailey's? I can't remember. Okay. I'm going to show you how I do the corner of each of these, where we turn that circular scallop into a pointed scallop by adding a little bit of taller stitches in the center. So at the center stitch is going to be a treble. Yarn, do that again. Yarn over twice. Insert your hook in the next stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, chain 3, and then we'll do another treble in the same stitch, yarn over twice. Oh, I want to point something out. When I'm doing a stitch after a series of chains, I find it extremely helpful to anchor my work with my finger. For some reason, the work gets a little loosey-goosey in your hands when you have chains after a stitch. So if notice how I anchor it with my ring finger, and it helps me to stabilize everything as I yarn over twice, insert in that same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. Now that I have it anchored again, I don't need my ring finger anymore. Yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. And now notice I don't need to anchor it with my finger to do the next stitch because there isn't that chain making my work loose. So I'm going to do another treble in the next stitch, yarn over twice, insert my hook in the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and through 2. And now I'm going to do a second stitch in that same stitch, but this one's going to be a double crochet. Yarn over once, insert your hook in the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So in those center 3 stitches we did double treble in the first one, treble, chain 3, treble in the second one, and treble double in the third one. So we've gone from our normal double crochet height to increasing it up to a treble, treble, chain 3, and then treble, treble, and double. And that's what gives us this exaggerated height to turn a rounded half circle motif into more of a pointed. I'm not left-handed, Nicole. On Facebook Live, they mirror the video for some reason. Don't know why. YouTube didn't do that, but if I were wearing a t-shirt, I'll show you another example. If I were wearing a t-shirt with writing on it, it would do the same. I'm sure this looks backwards to you right now too. There's something about Facebook Live that mirrors the image. Do not know why. But hopefully that is helpful to everyone. Oh, sorry. Well, I wish you were still super impressed, but that's okay. Oh, the sailboat is taking off. Wonder if you can still see it. Can you see it in the horizon? Wonder where he's going. Kind of wish I was on it. I'd like to go for a sailboat ride. Yes, Karen, I'm using my cell phone on the selfie side. That's correct. Thanks, Nicole. I was just teasing anyway. I can left-hand crochet, but not nearly as efficiently as I right-hand crochet, which is why I use the technology of iMovie to do both videos. Did this help, Devora? Is this different than the way you hold your yarn? Because there are different techniques, and I'm not sure how you held, if you can explain to me how you held it before your injury and how you're holding it now, and what, like if you can give me some details, maybe we can think of another way for you to hold it, because I believe I hold it in a kind of the pencil hold, but there's also the knife hold, and I don't know if one of those would be better for your specific injury, or a hybrid. Also, I've heard that people with arthritis prefer to hold hooks that are larger, so like something with an ergonomic handle. So it depends on the type of injury, of course, but it might even be something where if you hold a fatter hook, like the ergonomics or something fatter, that might be an easier way for your wrist to be able to crochet as well. So I'll wait and see if you have any more details to share with me, and we'll see if we can come up with some suggestions. I see the sun coming. Looking forward to a little bit. Oh, the yarn. Okay. Do you hold your yarn like I do in your non-dominant hand where you do this? Because I find that really helps me to do less movement with my dominant hand. I'll show that again. And again, I don't know if this would be detrimental or helpful to you, but I find it incredibly helpful for me to have less wear on my dominant hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so notice how I do most of the movement. Oh, thank you, Tricia. Notice how I do a lot of the movement with my non-dominant hand. So whether you're right-handed or left-handed, this is my dominant hand with the hook and my non-dominant hand. So notice when I'm wrapping the yarn even, I'm doing a lot of the movement with my hand that has the yarn, and I feel like that takes a lot of the pressure off of my dominant hand that actually does most of the work, right? Your non-dominant hand does very little of the work, but I find that by having this hand help this hand with the movements, it alleviates some of the work, also speeds it up quite a bit. And I've seen that not a lot of people do it that way, but I find it extremely efficient, fast, and helpful for me. So this non-dominant hand is doing this all the time. It's doing half of the step of the yarn over for my dominant hand and the hook. Good morning, Melissa. Thanks for joining. So hopefully that helped to see a little bit too. And again, if I know a little bit more, I could maybe tell you if that would be helpful or not to you. But for those of you who struggle with getting the tension right of wrapping your yarn around your hook, I find that that helps a lot. But again, it's all personal. Something that works for me may not work for other people, and that's okay too. Because like I always say, there is no wrong way to hold your yarn, and no wrong way to hold your needles, no wrong way to hold your hooks. I don't care how you knit, continental, what's the other one called? Sometimes it's called picking, but I can't think of the other word. I mean, it doesn't matter. It does not matter how you do. Just got a weird message across my phone. Sorry, I lost my track. But just wanted to say there's no wrong way to be creative. So just putting that out there. Oh, Nicole, I'm so glad you enjoy Wrapture for all of your hand knits. Have you tried it on anything else? It does smell like heaven. I love it too. I use it. It's great for washing your makeup brushes. It's great for washing costume jewelry. I put it in a spray bottle with water and use it to clean upholstery and freshen up upholstery. What else do I do with it? I wash my sheets, I wash my lingerie, I wash my leggings, I wash any athletic wear that has a lot of shapewear elastic in it. I wash that. It preserves the life of so many different types of clothing. I wash all my delicate lace blouses. I wash my delicate sheer blouses. I wash a lot of stuff in Wrapture. That's why I carry it by the gallon at my house. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Oh, I instantly feel warmer with the sun coming up. Yeah, Nicole, the thing is, it's completely non-toxic. It has no harsh chemicals in it, no phosphates, no petrochemicals, no, it doesn't even have synthetic fragrance, no bleach. It is just a completely non-toxic. It is safe enough to eat. Not that anybody wants you to eat it, but just so you know, if it's safe, if it's that non-toxic, it's good for anything that's delicate. And that's what makes it such an incredible product. Even the jar, even the bottle and the label are biodegradable and recyclable. Devora loves Wrapture too. Yep, it has the natural scent of the essential oil of night blooming jasmine, which is one of my favorite flowers that blooms here in Southwest Florida. And it just smells so wonderful. It's a great way to take care of your delicates and your precious hand knit and hand crocheted items. But like I said, it's a great way to take care of all of your delicate and precious items. And sheets are pretty amazing. Wrapture is available in all sorts of yarn shops and lingerie stores. It's available on Amazon Prime in many, many countries. It is also something that I give for free with every purchase of Be So Fine and Be So Sporty yarn. You get a single serve pod so that you can wash and block your new shawl or sweater for the first time. Oh yeah, you remember that scent from Florida. I bet you do, Devora. It's here. We can smell night blooming jasmine a lot here in South Florida. She was saying, oh, learning charts is a game changer, Rhonda. I totally agree. All of the projects in my new book, Motif Magic, have charts, and gosh, most of my patterns, period, books and downloads have charts. I love, love, love including charts in my patterns. Even more so now that I learned how to make my own charts and don't have to pay somebody to make them for me. It's really expensive to hire a graphic designer to do that. So once I learned it, I was able to absorb the cost. Good morning, Rocio. Thanks for joining. Thank you, Mary. Yeah, when I decided to become a yarn company, I said, how can I make mine different? Karen, I use Adobe Illustrator. I have the entire Adobe suite, so I use Adobe Illustrator for charts. I use Adobe Photoshop for photo editing and video editing sometimes. I use Adobe InDesign for book layout and pattern layout. And what else? Those are the only three that I have. But I use them very consistently and very regularly and have for years, which thankfully means I get better at it. Motif Magic was completely done on those three sets of software. Oh, that sun feels nice. Oh, I love how it's lighting up the seashells. Yes, Karen, everything's better with practice. Absolutely everything. Whether you're cooking, exercising, playing music, knitting, crocheting, making yarn, whatever. Whatever you do, you get better with practice. Which reminds me of something I read recently. You get better at talking nice to yourself just as much as you get better at not talking nice to yourself. So everything is a habit, whether you're doing something well or not doing something well. Kind of mind-blowing when you think about it. I have a friend that likes to catch me if I'm saying something not so nice about myself. And he says, don't talk about my friend that way. And I've always thought that it's something that stops me dead in my tracks, and I wonder if other people feel that way too. But it's one of those subtle suggestions, subtle reminders. Oh yes, Rhonda, learning how to read patterns in general it really builds your skill set, because not everything can be done in charts either, so it really is important to learn how to read a pattern too. I've noticed that a lot with people that learn how to do my projects on YouTube. A lot of them feel very intimidated to go to my website and follow up with the pattern support. Oh, Trisha, yeah, you can almost feel the warmth from seeing the sun on my face. That's cool. I wish you were here too. I wish everybody could be here. This is a magical place to be at sunrise. I love it so much, and I'm so glad I could even share it with you virtually, if not in real life. Hi Karen, I think we talked about that yesterday. Didn't we email a little bit about that? Yeah, something got quirky on that one kit yesterday and it's not asking for yarn color. I'll fix it, but I believe I talked to you about it and we got your order straightened, but thank you. If not, I will definitely email you and get it all straightened away. Good morning, Krista. Thanks for joining. Good morning, Daisy. Thanks for joining. The beach is so calm today. It could really lull you to sleep, couldn't it? Karen, and I could be confusing you with somebody else, but I thought that I talked to you about it yesterday. If not, I will look it up when I get back to my computer. I won't be able to ship till Monday anyway, but I promise we'll get it taken care of. Promise. Thank you. Sherry thinks it's peaceful here today too. It is. I would love to take a nap down here. That could just be a slice of heaven in itself. Julie, it's only 17 where you live. Oh my goodness. I hope you stay indoors warm and cozy today. Preferably with some yarn or something else that you enjoy crafting. The sailboat's going further out. I can't see it in the camera. Is it behind my head maybe? No. I can see it there, but I just can't see it in the camera. Can anybody else see the sailboat? Oh, Shirley, I'm not sure I'll remember that here. If you could email me about it. I don't do well remembering requests in a live stream for orders. So if you'd like anything different than what you placed in the order, then please send me a quick email about it, okay? I want to make sure I don't forget. It's a white dot now. Too bad, because it's really still big here. How interesting that unless it's behind my head. What about if I put my head down? Then can you see it? No, doesn't look like it. Don't know. Rhonda wants to know if I have a beginning knit book. I did a book with Leisure Arts that I believe is still available on Amazon called A Beginner's Guide to Knitting in the Round. That would be kind of a beginner knit book. Sometimes there's whole groups of sailboats that go by. That's really pretty. Well, let me show you how much progress I made this morning. I'm just about halfway across that last row now. So this is the side that I've added the last row, and this is the side that I have not added the last row. Oh good, you can see it now. Yes, Devorah, I agree. Beautiful colors here this morning. It was really nice and pink and peachy when we first got here, but now that the sun's up, it's getting a lot more blue. Both of which I love. I'd love to make it down here for a sunset this weekend. Thank you, Krista. Oh, Beatrice can see the boat now too. Wonderful. I wonder if he's coming closer. Maybe that's why. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, the beach palette I'm pretty sure is going to be what I do for the first variegated colorway for the sparkly yarn that I'm making soon. Melissa, you wish you could crochet this fast. Oh, Karen said too. Well, I do get lots of practice, so if you practice as much as I do, I bet you would get this fast too. I'm not even trying to go fast right now. You should see when I am trying to rush. I'm actually feeling relaxed sitting here, so I'm not going as fast as I think I could go. That's funny. You notice how I'm holding my work again? I'm holding my work with that ring finger again. I'm having, when I start straining to make it around the scallop, I notice that my tension starts getting Oh no, I don't have an explanation of how I pick colors together, Devorah. That would be a fun blog post and video. I will think about that and get back to you. That sounds like something fun to do. Because I definitely have a point of view on color combinations. And it's funny, for many years I was very, very insecure about picking colors. But over the years I've developed my point of view and definitely do not feel insecure about it anymore. I feel rather confident about choosing colors now. So I would love to share that knowledge with you. That's a great idea. Thank you. And I think Karen said she did a sweater in 3 days. What weight of yarn did you do that? And was it knit or crocheted? So we can add to the wow factor. Ooh. I ran over my foot yesterday with Dolly the Wonder Wagon over here, and I gotta tell you, I really hurt it. Like, really hurt the bottom of my foot, and I don't know why. Karen, knit in DK in 3 days? Man, that's a marathon project. Wow, good for you. That's a lot of work. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did everybody catch that? Karen made a DK knit sweater in 3 days. So first of all, the reason I asked what weight yarn, because the size of needles or hooks determines how many stitches you would need for each row or round, and then knowing whether it was knit or crocheted also adds to it, because knitting takes more time than crochet most of the time. Good morning, Anna. Thanks for joining. So to do a DK weight yarn and knit and make a full sweater in 3 days, that's pretty impressive. Good for you. I'm guessing you had a good chunk of hours to spend on it though. Oh yeah, Karen, post it in the Facebook group, Create, Share, Inspire. I know we would all love to see it and ooh and ah over your work. Yes, Mary, I'm sure nothing is broken. I was so tired last night when I finally got home from everything I had to do that I started worrying that maybe I had a painful parasite or something in my foot. Not that I even know if that exists, but you know when your mind goes crazy when you're tired and you don't remember hurting something, so you're scared and don't know what it is? Well, my foot hurt a lot last night and I could barely walk on it. And I was like, oh my God, it's from going to the beach all these days. I probably caught a bug there. What am I gonna do? Ah! And then this morning, after a few hours of sleep and a clearer mind, I remembered that I ran over my foot at the beach yesterday and that it hurt a lot. You know when you hurt yourself and you don't break skin, but it still hurts a lot? It was one of those things. So I'm guessing that I just am really bruised, and because it's the side of my foot, maybe it's not going to show the bruise, but all of the flesh in there feels very bruised. So at least I remembered that I heard it though. I feel so much better about that. An unknown pain is way scarier than a pain where you know where it comes from. Because bruised flesh can just heal on its own. So ibuprofen for sure. Anti-inflammatory is definitely on my list of things to do, and would like to try to stay off of it, but it's not going to happen today. That's okay, Sherry, and I have to go too. So let's take this last minute here to look out on this water, soak in this incredible view. Oh, that's a good idea, Anna, thank you. Let's look out on the water and this incredible view. Listen to the sounds of these relaxing, peaceful waves. Man, what a view. One of these days I'm going to get to sit here all day. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your special Saturday morning to spend some time with me. I hope you enjoyed the sunrise on the beach. I hope you enjoyed the sound of the waves, and for hanging out with me and chatting. If you like this Yarn on the Beach podcast episode, please like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a great day tomorrow, and I'll see you Monday. Bye!